Welcome to Barbarous Bulletin, your go-to source for the latest news from around the world. I'm your host, Barbara, and I'm excited to share today's top stories with you. First up, let's take a look at some of the headlines making waves globally. In Asia, Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te has warned that the island is facing a war without gun smoke from China, with Taiwan set to simulate a Chinese blockade and invasion in its annual military and civil defense drills next week. This move comes as tensions between Taiwan and China continue to escalate. Meanwhile, in the United States, a new study has revealed that President Donald Trump's plan to cut funding for the U.S. Agency for International Development could have devastating consequences, with an estimated 14 million additional deaths by 2030. The report, published in The Lancet, highlights the crucial role that USAID has played in preventing over 91 million deaths in low- and middle-income countries over the past 2 decades. In other news, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has been shown honoring troops killed in the Russia-Ukraine war as the country continues to strengthen its ties with Russia. And in Japan, it's been revealed that prefectural governors earned an average of $824.13 million in 2024, sparking discussions about government salaries and transparency. Finally, we take a look at a story that's making waves in the world of politics and healthcare. A recent study has found that USAID-funded programs have helped prevent millions of deaths worldwide, including 30 million among children. The report serves as a stark reminder of the importance of international aid and cooperation in addressing global health challenges. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbarous Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbarous Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara, and we're glad you're joining us again for this middle segment of our show. Today, we're diving into a significant story unfolding in the UK, where members of Parliament are set to vote on a welfare bill that has sparked considerable debate and unrest among various groups. The proposed reforms aim to make changes to the personal independence payment and universal credit systems, with the government hoping to achieve savings while still providing support to those who need it. However, the plans have been met with criticism from both within and outside the Labour Party, with concerns that the reforms could push more people into poverty. To understand the complexities of this issue, let's break down the key points. The government has made concessions in response to the backlash, including a promise to review PIP assessments and ensuring that current recipients of PIP or the health element of universal credit will continue to receive their benefits. However, future claimants would still be affected by the reforms. Opposition parties have voiced their disapproval, with the Conservatives stating they will vote against the measures due to concerns over the high benefits bill, which is projected to reach £100 billion by 2030. The Liberal Democrats have called for the proposals to be suspended for further review. It's also worth noting that modeling from the Department for Work and Pensions suggests around 150,000 people might be pushed into poverty by 2030 due to the welfare cuts, a figure lower than initially estimated but still significant. As we explore this story, it's essential to consider the diverse perspectives involved. Some argue that these reforms are necessary to ensure the sustainability of the welfare system, while others believe they will have detrimental effects on vulnerable populations. Labour MP Olivia Blake, who opposes the reforms and is herself disabled, shared her concerns with BBC Newsnight, stating that punitive measures like cutting welfare won't achieve the desired outcomes and might simply shift spending to other areas such as housing services, the NHS, and social care. In contrast, Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall defended the bill, emphasizing its alignment with shared values of providing support to those who can work while protecting those who cannot. Sir Stephen Timms, who is set to conduct a report on PIP sustainability, also highlighted the need to make the system sustainable for the future. As we navigate this complex issue, it's crucial to approach it with empathy and understanding, recognizing the potential impact on individuals and communities. The vote on the welfare bill will undoubtedly be a significant moment in UK politics, reflecting not just on the current government's policies, but also on societal values regarding support for those in need. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. As we close out today's show, we're going to take a look at a story that's been making headlines across the UK and Europe. The topic is the surge in small boat crossings of the English Channel, with nearly 20,000 people arriving in the UK in the first half of this year alone. According to recent figures from the Home Office, this represents a 48% increase compared to the same period last year, and a 75% rise compared to 2023. The issue has sparked debate among politicians, with some blaming the government's policies for the increase, while others argue that more needs to be done to tackle people smuggling. Now, I want to take a step back and provide some context here. The English Channel is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, and it's also a major route for migrants and asylum seekers seeking to reach the UK. The journey is perilous, with many risking their lives to cross the channel in small boats. The UK government has announced several measures to tackle people smuggling, including a new criminal offence of endangering lives at sea and plans to use counter-terror powers against smugglers. However, some critics argue that these measures don't address the root causes of migration and may even drive the problem underground. I've been following this story closely, and it's clear that there are no easy solutions. The issue is complex, involving multiple countries and stakeholders. The European Commission has weighed in, seeking clarity on a proposed deal between the UK and France to return some Channel migrants to France in exchange for accepting asylum seekers from France. As we consider this issue, it's essential to remember the human side of the story. Behind every statistic, there are individuals with hopes, fears, and dreams. It's crucial that we approach this topic with empathy and understanding, rather than resorting to rhetoric or blame shifting. In conclusion, the surge in small boat crossings is a pressing issue that requires a comprehensive and nuanced response. As we move forward, it's essential to prioritize cooperation between countries, address the root causes of migration, and ensure that the rights and dignity of all individuals are respected. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay engaged.